So now we get to see, are TyLoo going to get to show us more of that here on T side of Mirage, rather. So their map pick for TyLoo, and now we get to see what they're capable of here. And it's looking like, oh yeah. Are we just going to get the B rush? Are we going to get the contact B? Let's go.
It feels like it. When you're set up like this, you actually just kind of have to go for it, right? Because, again, just like we talked about on the last map, you're nowhere else on the map, so they're going to know that's a nice nade to slow them down. That hits 3 people, but somebody with the opening kill on Mirage. Davy goes down. Alex is still here, the hero of Inferno. Oh, what a spin! He takes down somebody, and he almost could have had Summer as well. But he just bought so much time. Now the rest of his team will have to try and make it up. Summer, though, will find 1 more kill. Sunpeas and Deaths are left. 2 versus 3, trying to put that bomb down, and they will be able to. Summer has got a hard lockdown on this B bomb site. And Deaths, I mean, there's nothing you could do here. If they don't fight you straight up, you're never going to get into this bomb site. Trying to make a little bit of a jump for it here. Baiting them out potentially, but he's going to be found. Summer with the quad kill. Brilliant start for TyLoo.
Outrageous that they actually managed to make that work when it looked like it was all going to start spinning out for him. Couple of kills going the way of Alex. You're thinking, here we go again. This is what we saw in Inferno. Alex coming up with another monster round to save his team. There's only so much a single man can do in this case, and TyLoo were able to get control of the situation in the end. That's why, you know, just going for that straight explosive B play with the Glocks up close on that B side is so dangerous. It's so effective. And it's cool to see TyLoo elect to go for that strategy first round here on Mirage. So now we'll have a bit of that presence in mid here for TyLoo, showing that they're willing to take a fight and hoping to punish anybody peeking for information. Movistar Riders looking like they want to have a passive approach this round. They have gone for the force buy. Deagle, Kevlar, a couple of nades. So not electing to kind of save here. This is the meta right now currently where you will just go for that force because you're in a double econo scenario anyways. But if you have Deagles, you got a better shot at winning.
It's true, but I feel like the Deagles, we're not seeing the same kind of rounds as much anymore anyway, where you just get the sort of 1 or 2 or 3 random Deagle headshots and you're like, oh, the round's pretty much won. I feel like that's happening less and less these days. So, maybe people will start to change it if they catch up, if it's true. Sunpeas goes down. And this kind of pace, I'm expecting a lot of out of TyLoo on this first half here because it's kind of what they've been doing. Damage, that's a good setup. He could have easily had that kill.
Yeah, kind of fluffed it there.
Yeah, he's going to want that moment back. He wishes he could backtrack 10 seconds in time, but not going to be possible. Alex will go down at the end. They've taken some damage on the T side. Actually, 3 of them are really low.
Yeah, these Deagles are going to be really effective now, actually. Body shots will get 3 kills. You don't need to get fancy, and yet somehow he manages to tag the one guy who has full health. Man advantage for TyLoo, moving up onto the A side. Bomb getting planted. And Daviji's just a second too late to get the punish. This is a very winnable situation now for TyLoo, given that Mopaz isn't even anywhere near this A site right now.
Yeah, he is maybe looking for a rifle as well. They picked up the scout. I don't know if there's something up there for him in the middle to pick up. Yeah, there we go with Galil. I think that's fair. It's probably going to be hard to win this round for 2 versus 3, so they're going to try and see if they could just get the rifles instead. So TyLoo will survive. I think Damage could have done at least 1 kill. Could have maybe been a double because they did kind of line up for him in a really interesting fashion. None of that comes into play, and they're going to be able to save the scout and the Galil at the end. So I guess that's fine. 3rd round coming right up, and they shouldn't force any more than this, though, on the CT side. It's not worth it.
No, indeed. That's the thing. Now you're just kind of running that where had they been able to save a bit more, I think maybe you go for that risk. You take that risk and go for the force. Now you're just going to spend a little bit of money in this round on some grenades. Mopos really spending quite a bit. $600 on a smoke and an HE. And we will get that boost early into ladder room. And boost early up into B apartments as well. That's clever.
Yeah, just try and get there in case they make a run for it, which, again, I'm not expecting TyLoo to try and do too much of that in this first half. In fact, I sort of mentioned it at the end of Inferno, but I'll just recap it here. I think we're going to see some of these executes where they go up A-ramp and apartments, but then they slow it down. After they've actually thrown the initial round of nades, they just kind of, they stand by Tetris, they hang out for a while, and it seems silly, but it's actually very frustrating to play against if you're on the CT side, because you're used to a different dynamic. You're used to the idea that once the smokes are down and the flashes have been thrown, they're going to follow through and go all the way, but That's not always true. They did the same thing on Catwalk last time we saw them play here on Mirage. They kind of get in there, but then they slow it down a little bit and wait for you to make a mistake. And if you're not ready for it, I mean, it's really easy to screw that up and get caught in a weird position. Scout and Galil. Scout is all the way over at CT spawn. Looks like that's going to get smoked off, so he'll have to try and... Oh, actually, some pairs. No, he's all the way on the other side. Thought maybe they'd moved it over here. It's death instead with the USP. It's way less exciting.
Way less exciting, exactly. A little bit of a gap to take advantage of here. Some players are hoping. That's the thing. It's hard to get a perfect CT smoke. You're kind of just weighing trade-offs at that point. This one kind of covers ticket booth a little bit more, so it's harder to go for the peak. And there slowly gets the drop on him. Double. Yes, he gets it. Both kills with the MAC-10. Nicely done. And, well, they will eventually whittle somebody down. It's the death of 1,000 cuts with that USP.
Yeah, yeah. Some are coming up with 100% health. Close with the Galil. Wants to make sure they're not going to get away with too much here. There's the kill on one, and he knew. Just keep spraying. It's a pretty good headshot, though. At least they try and make it a bit more expensive, but it's still going to be 3 rounds for TyLoo to start off Mirage with. And now we'll see what Movistar could do in this 4th round.
That's where it's interesting. It's like, okay, is it worthwhile throwing away a Galil in order to take a scout off of them, right? Not really. But,
probably not.
Yeah, it's not really worth it going for these kills. But, you know, it happens. And so now TyLoo have got 3 on the board, and we're going to get the buy coming in here from Movistar. Because they were investing in a couple of these rounds, you can see that their nades are a little lighter than they would like.
But this deep Molotov in towards jungle in the first 10 seconds of the round, that's surely going to put some pressure on Movistar. Let's see if they're going to be able to handle it. Slowly, it's already down in the middle. He was probably expecting a reaction. I'm assuming when you put that much pressure on the A-bomb side, that's actually what you're hoping for, that they just overreact and sort of panic a little bit and think, oh god, this is actually going to be such a rush. But it's not. They've slowed it down. Attacker is gone. So is Summer, slowly coming in with a kill there. But how does he turn the corner now? He's going to get shot in the back by David G any second. But the smoke, oh, it's up right behind him. It's saving him for the minute here. Alex giving away his position too. And he's going to go down. Somebody coming in from the other side. And what a catch from Slowly. Again, this weird stuff where they're sort of slowing down in the middle of the attack, it is catching Movistar off guard. Mopaz goes down and Sunpass save that AWP. Well, maybe now he could go for it.
What is Danking doing?
I don't know. That's too much. They're down in the middle, both of them. The bomb, I mean, he doesn't have a smoke. He doesn't have a kit either. You'd have to get a kill, try and tap the bomb, and then get another kill, and then defuse for 10 seconds. That's very unlikely. That's a 1 in 1,000, maybe more, maybe 1 in 10,000 to try and get that done. And he's backing off.
Well played by somebody in Slowly as well. Not going for the peak until the very end. That is really solid stuff from them. Not giving him a chance to find those kills. The only way Sunpass is able to get into this round is if he can get a kill. And obviously they don't know that he doesn't have a kit. They don't know that he isn't fully equipped. But I mean, just playing it very patiently. Yeah. Danking dies. He gets the info at least on where that last player was. I mean, if we're criticizing Danking a little bit, it's just, you know, at that point, you just play the bomb. There's no reason to peek because you know where he has to go. He has to eventually defuse that bomb. So in these sorts of situations on the T side, you're treating that bomb almost like a half a player, or you know, might as well be a teammate at that point because you know eventually that CT player has to go and defuse that bomb, and so you can use that to your advantage. Nice little molly to try and mess up that smoke. That's clever.
That's how he got the kill last time, I think, on Attacker. So they're going to set it up again, but you notice how TyLoo slowed it down in the middle of it. That's really what I want you to notice if you're watching from home, because they do that so much, and it's harder than it seems to play against. They nearly burn out Alex in this round. Sunpass looking for the gaps. That's a brilliant headshot from Death. Going to be taking down Attacker, and now he's sneaking around. He could have another one, but the shadow will show on the ground, and Slowly, he's very, very fast to react. Now a 4-on-4. They're on the bomb site. Again, they're not in any rush, even though they throw so many of their nades. They're like, yeah, but let's just wait out. Let's see if they come. Let's see if they make a mistake. And when they do, we'll punish them for it. Sunpass with the AWP. Again, probably the only one that can make a difference. Alex sneaking up behind. Oh, what a flank! Coming out with a double, and Sunpass lands another one, and it's the round for Movistar out of nowhere. That worked so well.
I'm curious. Okay, so they really changed the graphics up on the defuse. Look at this. Used to be that it was side by side. Now you're just seeing. You don't see how much time is left on the bomb.
That's a good change.
It's a good change. I wouldn't like to see I don't want to see the countdown on the bomb defuse. You know, like at all.
I don't mind seeing one of them, but if you see both, you kind of know before it starts whether or not it can be done, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's the
Wait a
same
little
thing here, right? Because it goes from bomb countdown to defuse. So you know, right, how, depending, I mean, you still know, right? It's not as obvious, but you still do know.
I was going to say, maybe there could be like, I mean, half a second is enough, right, for you to be in doubt. So maybe
Yeah.
you'd have to be quick on it, perhaps. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll keep jiggling with it as much as we can. Slowly, we'll be taking down damage at the start of this round. This is such a critical round for Movistar. Now, winning that last one was a little bit of a shock. That's not meant to really happen if you're in a 2 versus 4 like that. So if you can't follow it up with another victory here, it kind of gets just flushed out the toilet pretty quickly. It doesn't really have that big of an impact suddenly. So a lot of pressure on the Spanish side to make sure, 100% sure that they can win this round if possible. A lot of people in the middle, no one in B. They've left the B bomb side, more or less. Mopaz is hanging around, but for a good 10 seconds there, it was empty. And he's got 2 flashbangs. They've got, that's all they have in terms of nades.
Flash
So
over
how
the
do you
top and run.
stop this kind of a push?
Let's see.
The answer is you don't.
Yeah, the answer is you cross your fingers because there's the flash over the top.
It's not possible. This would have to be just a quad level play for him to even come up with anything. Gonna get a kill there. They're a little bit slow. Actually, this is one of those moments again where maybe TyLoo's slow style could backfire on them because now there's more backup here. He's got some teammates behind him. Mopaz, honestly, the fact that he even got 2 kills there is huge. That's very unlikely. And TyLoo gave him the space by having that slow style. So that's just so interesting. And they also gave the space for Alex to move up here. Death is going to be going down, but it's still a 2-on-2, which is way, way better for Movistar than it should have been. Attacker and Slowly are still alive. I said that and I cursed him. Sunpeus will take him down. Attacker now on his own. And this is a round that TyLoo had pretty much basically already won. And now, I'm not so sure anymore. There is a kit on either player on the CT side, so they can still win this round easily. They have time for it. Sunpeus with the kill and Movistar coming out with a massive victory.
Monster round from Movistar, and then once again it's Alex. I'm so impressed with the level of play that this guy's bringing to the table here for Movistars, because without him I don't see a lot of these rounds going the way of Movistar. He keeps coming up with the big flanks.
Well, right?
Pardon me?
Mopaz as well for sure. That if not for that double kill.
Sure, yeah, the initial hold on the site, but like Alex is so good on these flanks. He gets these timings and then he just stays alive. And just the fact that he's staying alive up there, just winning the round for Movistar. If he goes down to attacker, that's a different situation. But the fact that he just keeps holding, it's so brutal to deal with. TyLoo are really struggling on this one. And already electing to call a tactical timeout, TyLoo.
That is obviously 4-on-5. That's not necessarily the problem. The problem is it's a 4-on-5 where you have one guy with an M4A4 in the B bomb side and no nades. How is he normally if they put the pressure on, if they hadn't, I mean, again, it's just the other side of the coin of the way that TyLoo are playing. But if they had realized in that moment, this is the round where we need to play fast, not slow, let's go. He would have been crushed in that bomb side. They would have got the bomb down before anyone else showed up, and it would have been such a different round. Kind of comes back to bite them a little bit.
Okay. What did that wall do to you?
Just taking out some anger.
Cool. Oh, does he work his way through? Yes, he does. Sick. Okay, does this actually bear fruit, however?
I mean, it's still a really cool play, right? Because you might just be able to turn the corner and find someone here. That's almost in range if he just actually went for a Dan King here. But I think now that the time has kind of run out on that a little bit. Des will take him down. Alex in the middle will drop somebody. Oh, there's a deep shot. Good start. More of that, maybe. The bomb is going to be planted at a minimum.
That's terrific.
Yeah, they're happy with that. A kill on the bomb plant, maybe. No, not even a double. But still, they did a little bit of damage. But more importantly, they got the bomb down. I think that's really the thing that makes the difference. But for Movistar, though, it's just the beginning of a nice return into the map here. 3-4 now. With that $800 bonus from the bomb plant, they can have a lot of cash to work with on the TyLoo side, though.
And I like this setup. A lot of trust in your teammate to watch your back at this point if you're Alex. But, you know, Sun, when given the chance, he is hitting his shots. So it's a good player to work with right now. But I like that setup in mid. Just something to change it up. Something out of the norm. Getting thrown in here by Movistar Riders to keep TyLoo guessing. think that's what's really important here, because you got to remember, TyLoo, you know, all they get to do is really kind of review demos. They're not playing against European or CIS teams on the regular. They're not getting to scrim against them. So anything you can do that's a little out of the orthodox, that you can just kind of throw in there to mess with them a little bit, it's going to be very difficult for TyLoo to deal with, because they're having to learn on the fly. Unless they were able to study it in a demo, it's going to be tricky for them to deal with. So I like those kinds of setups that you just throw in there, right? That mid setup like that, and they're going back to it. Movistar Riders, same setup again. Sun watching top mid, Alex in an off angle watching underpass. This is very cool, and it's going to be very difficult for TyLoo to deal with.
And because TyLoo are already a slow team, if you encounter them in the middle of the map like this, you know, it's close to a minute, right? They might not have the time at the end of the round. We've already seen that a couple of times on Inferno, where it was real close. Damage shows up for a second before Attacker takes him down, trying to jiggle against the AWP. It's dangerous. He's going to try and smoke this one up, but they're going to come through. Yep, run and gun. That is so brilliant from Attacker. That's such a good read. He knew he had him pressured. He knew that if he'd let him get away, then he could reposition with the AWP, maybe go back to CT spawn, and he would continue to be dangerous. So he just took care of that on his own. Mopass and Deaths, 2 versus 4 now. Should not be a winnable round coming in here from the CT side, and I don't know. Are they going to be able to find them? There's the kill on Deaths. Yeah, he's been discovered.
I was about to say, Deaths now, when he hears those footsteps, he knows somebody's behind him. So he probably felt like he had to make a play there, had to try and push forward, because it's just a matter of time before he's about to get shot in the back.
Mopass trying to just walk away without making any noise. He doesn't want to get found. Good round from TyLoo, though. Like to see it. 5th round on the board for them.
Yeah, one flash just messed all of that up. Sampeas turning away, let the guy get away, get across in mid, and then Alex has to turn around. And so he's just caught in a crossfire at that point. So one single flash broke up that hold for Movistar Riders. You kind of wish that Sampeas had just held his angle. Wow. Such is life, and that's going to punish Movistar Riders. If you go for the unorthodox holds, you need to be able to follow through with them. If you start hesitating, then they can work against you, as we saw here.
Yeah, I love the fact that Attacker went and ran down Sampeas after that initial engagement. He just jiggle peeked him and was like, all right, I see the weakness. I'm ready. 3 to 5. Slowly top of the board with 10 kills right now on the T side. Just doing a really fine job. Oh, damage.
Oh, okay.
Nice movement. Good job. Always a bit nervous when you see people do that. Might catch them fumbling on camera.
Yeah, if you miss that jump, you're in underpass, and then, yeah, exactly.
At that point, you have to pretend that you wanted to go underpass, you know?
I meant to do this all along,
yeah.
Obviously.
It's like, don't worry, guys. That is dangerous. That AK could have taken his face right off. Smokes up in the middle once again. Trying to, in that mid window. Trying to make sure that no one is going to be shooting them from that position. Bomb, though, making its way towards the B bomb site. Up in the hallways here. So, can they fake it out enough? Can they draw someone back? I mean, there's already 3 people at A. I don't think they're going to be able to draw a 4th one. That would be the victory right here. If they could pull Damage into the middle for this incoming push, that's going to be incredible if that works. But it's kind of unlikely when they already have 3 people at A. And now he's really far back. Oh, wait a minute. Mopass, though, he's moved out. It wasn't Davigi that ended up being in middle. He's now on his own in the bomb side. Alex is down and out from Summer. But again, this is just keeping everyone here. Even Davigi is starting to fall back. But this is all a big fake right now. They've sold this so well on the TyLoo side. Even somebody is actually sneaking in through the center. Davigi with the 1 kill there. 25 seconds, but he cannot follow it up. They can't even rotate to the side. There's just no way for them to get there. I don't think they're not even going to try, but if they did, they'd have to be shot along the way for sure.
There's no way. TyLoo managed to find their way to a 6th round. Somehow it looked like Movistar Riders were really starting to pick up some steam.
Yeah. This was a very interesting round. I wonder, from the point of view of Movistar, what was it that made them really want to put Mopass in the middle suddenly? They already had 3 people there, and one of them was in the window, where Mopass also ended up. So they kind of ended up double window or jungle. I'm not sure about that. And I mean, that'd be interesting to ask them about at some future date. What was the piece of information that made the difference? TyLoo had 1 middle, 1 A ramp. So maybe they felt that, they saw that, and they realized, all right, Let's count this as an A attack. It's gotta be, right? Just wasn't.
It just wasn't. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Sometimes it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Even though you think that it should be that way. But again, it's not like movie stars are going to have to start learning a bit on the fly as well as to what to expect from TyLoo. This point that I was making earlier kind of cuts both ways, doesn't it? Where TyLoo may start to throw things in here, certain decisions that Movistar Riders are going to think are illogical. Maybe thinking, why would they do this? And they're going to have to learn to control the frustration.
Ooh, look at that little drone.
Ooh, whoa.
Spawning stats for us. That's some next level stuff, isn't it?
Wasted bullets, 109. Were they wasted bullets, though? Anders?
I mean, it all depends, right? Maybe you draw some attention away. That's hard to say.
Exactly.
So they made some noise.
Who are we to judge the intent? Exactly. Who are we to judge the intent of those bullets?
But I guess in a
The
strict
bullets
sense.
have no intent, though. It's all his.
True. True. Deaths is up there with an M4. Dan King setting up in case someone wanted to make the jump. But there's a smoke in his way now. 10th round. And TyLoo, I mean, if this keeps up this way, they're going to have a really good first half. This is their map pick. In terms of trying to get to the third map on Vertigo, this is the right direction for the Chinese side. So keep it up. And don't doubt the game strategy, the game plan that they came in here with. M4 and an AWP on the CT side. How do you get those into good use on this map?
Very good question.
They're playing middle, behind. It's just so hard to get that all working in middle on the CT side. So many nades that can land and disrupt your plans. 55 seconds on the clock. They are setting up for any attack, and almost everyone is here, and that's partly because Mopaz is on the B in the B hallways, pushed up really far into the kitchen. So he's kind of calling it out, saying, I don't think they're going to be coming here. It doesn't look like it. Instead, 40 seconds. Nice nade. 4-man setup, and Mopaz is actually going to be flanking them. So this could get very interesting now. Oh, TyLoo. Don't throw this round away. Only 30 seconds. A couple of kills going the way of Movistar. Slowly trying to bring it back, but it might not just be enough here. Summer and Slowly in a 2-on-2, but you see that bomb is down, and David G, he's picked up an AWP. They're going to flash him. They don't even run to kill him. I maybe thought that they would. Now 15 seconds on the clock. He tries to bait it up with a bit of a jump. His teammates up in the A apartments. He's walking in with a knife out this whole way. C-set 75 in hand. They have no idea that he's here. He's going to get one of the kills. No! He messes it up, and that might have taken a little bit too long. He needed to get the kill and swing for the second player. He's going to go down to Slowly with a quad kill at the end. And that was Movistar's round to win 100%.
Indeed. Slowly the hero. Deciding enough was enough. He was going to take matters into his own hands and get all of the kills. Both kills at Connector, and then keeping his cool in the end and just dominating that post-plant situation. Sun was trying to do the best that he could. 2 very nice kills from him. And this was Summer. Took him a while to die, but he did the damage, and he made it easier for Slowly to get that clutch. So right now, again, these weird sorts of scenarios working out in favor of TyLoo, which is going to be extremely frustrating for Movistar Riders. I feel like they're going to be thinking that they've been hard done here. Flash over the top, completely ineffective. Completely ineffective, and Slowly was just more than ready to smash Alex there. Huh.
Yeah, couple of kills. Mopaz missing his shot. He's pushed forward, or he did push forward, but doesn't really help him now. 3 versus 5, and...
Is that an unforced error? I mean, usually that
yeah,
where did that flash go off for it not to flash top mid?
I'm not even sure. Be interesting to go back and check exactly where that goes, because you're right,
That's a pretty bread and butter kind of setup.
yeah, and without it, you're just walking right into a headshot, so you feel a little bit betrayed, perhaps.
Peanut butter and jelly. Like what else goes hand in hand?
I don't know. I've only had one.
Like what would be a
peanut butter and
Danish
jelly
thing?
sandwich.
Because like in the States you'd say like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? That's what you grew up on.
Yeah, that's been outlawed in Europe.
Yep.
Yeah. I loved it though. Jason made one for me.
Did he?
I was impressed.
See,
Yeah.
there you go, right?
It's good.
Is it not just like the peak of all sandwiches?
I've rated really highly up there.
See, there you go, guys. If you haven't tried a peanut butter and jelly yet, you got to get on it.
Yeah, get on that train. 8-3, moving into the 12th round.
And all the Swedes listening in right now are like, "What? Sweet on a sandwich? What is this? I only have liver pate.
True. It's not bad either. Not to
Which
be
isn't
aggressive.
bad either, yeah, to be fair. It is a good way to freak out French people, because French people only have sweets for breakfast, you know? And so then if you just straight up show up and just start eating like pate in the morning on your baguette instead of jam, they're just looking at you like, are you healthy? Are you all right? Like, what's the matter with you? It's good. It's good. It's a good way to freak them out. Nice shot.
Yeah, good job. Now, they only have pistols, though, on the CT side, so don't want to get too ahead of ourselves either. Slowly, got to be careful here. He's got a little bit of backup, but yeah, better to fall back and not risk it. There's a lot to lose here if you start to give up the AKs. And not really that much to win, even if you kill one of these people in the middle. Doesn't really matter. Mopaz, he's going to be slinking around. Attacker, though, he sees it coming. Good play. Good job all around here in the middle.
Whew.
Attacker, he does have some absolutely delicious aim.
He does. So far, it's been pretty quiet for him this half. But it's not like the last time we saw him on Mirage, where it was him doing the majority of the work. Speaking of sick shots, though, Alex, 2 kills, making it just a little bit more expensive here for TyLoo, but those are some sick 1-digs. Max loss bonus now for Movistar Riders. We will get their second tactical timeout called going into this key round. They need the remaining 3 rounds here to stay competitive. If it goes further than that, TyLoo are going to be sitting pretty at the top of the pack here on their map pick of Mirage.
Yeah, they are looking so good right now.
They're looking fired up.
Especially slowly. 19-8. He's got that in 12 rounds. That's absolutely outlandish. He's going to have to keep that up. Then they can get to Vertigo, which I'm not even sure what to expect on that map. But I could imagine that same slow style being very frustrating to play against once TyLoo are on the T side of Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
I think from the way that this is playing out right now, the trend that we're going in, we're going to get that third map. And it's only fitting, right? Whoever loses this is going to be out of the major. So however much we can get out of them, let's try and get it. We don't want to give anyone up that easy. Sunpayas smoked off in the middle. Blind shot. They're going to be run boosting their way over here. That's a fair play.
You just don't want to get knocked out 2-0.
No, exactly right.
At least, again, you've dodged the ignominy of going out 0-3. All right? So, Godsent, Sharks, 0-3, they're out of the major. It was a tough one. Taco put up a good fight, but that's it. They're going home.
They played the most tragic game of all time.
Yeah, we got to cast it, too. That was brutal.
Yeah, if you ever want to see what happens when everything just goes your way, no matter what it is, go rewatch the VOD of that game. It's crazy.
And, well, as far as TyLoo are concerned, I mean, TyLoo right now, they've already ruined a few pick'ems. They've not gone 0-3. I saw a lot of 0-3 on TyLoo in the pick'ems.
I think I was 0-3 on TyLoo.
Yeah,
I'm not sad about it at all. I think it's great to see them play well.
Shame.
I think it's awesome. I mean, I love to be wrong on these things. It means that we're watching something interesting, right?
Indeed.
If it's all super predictable, if you can just sit down and say, oh, I knew what was happening, then that means it's kind of boring.
Ooh.
Sunpayas, he goes for more. Somebody ran into the first shot, but that second one he had almost no time to get. That's a good, hard stop. 30 seconds on the clock. Mopaz is walking up behind. The bomb is isolated from Summer, who's in the middle. So either way, this should never be a winnable round. Just a question of how TyLoo are going to find a way. Could they do some more damage, maybe? That would actually make a difference if they could get a couple of kills more here. So maybe that's just the game plan. 13 seconds on the clock. Sneaking in. Summer, he doesn't get the job done. Dammy G, good stuff. They only lose deaths. All right. It's a bit late in the first half to be answering back from Movistar, but not too late. If they get the next 2 rounds, we're gonna say that the match is back on. I think 9-6 you can kind of recover that kind of a play, but more than that, it starts to get tricky.
It does. 9-6 is doable. You win the pistol round, you're tied up, and then it can start going your way. Especially on Mirage, still a fairly 50-50 kind of map. TyLoo obviously looking for double digits though, and they are going to have the economy to get bought up again as well. Does Danky get rewarded? No, the angle works out perfectly. That's a frustrating turn of events. Although now, using it as bait. Oh, he needed to trust himself. Slowly, that's such a shame. He had the right idea.
It's a classic, isn't it? It's such a, we've all been there.
Yep.
You're holding an angle, probably like, I don't have patience anymore, and in a second you turn away.
It's in the contract, actually. You know, the terms of service and all that.
Yeah.
It's on there where if you look at the, you'll be holding an angle and you look at the minimap, and the second you look at the minimap, that's when they peak.
No.
Second you turn away from the angle, that's when they peak.
Rats.
Rats everywhere, Anders.
9-5. 15th round headed your way. Got AKs all across the board for the TyLoo side. Again, we haven't seen too many fast plays out of them. This one is shaping up to at least initially be one. Don't be caught off guard if they slow it down halfway through. That's kind of what they like to do. But again, the longer they spend here, you can see that they're kind of Movistar checking out the middle, so they can't wait forever. Eventually, they're going to have to make a move. Come the rain of grenades down. The wall going off towards jungle. Smoke towards CT spawn, and they're pushing out. And now it's confirmed that they know what's coming now. Everyone is being drawn in. Deaths with at least a kill before he went down, but he was kind of trapped without the help of his teammates there. Quick bomb plant, so no slowdown. This is a completely normal A attack for every other team. TyLoo, they don't do this too much. It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, very cool that they actually take advantage of the grenades. Now there's only a single Molotov and smoke left here for Movistar Riders to make a play happen, whereas DanKing's got 2 flashes. Question of whether or not he's in a position to actually use them. It looks like he's trying to work his way back over here. And with those flashes, yep, perfect. As soon as the retake happens, just chuck those in.
Yep, here we go. Smoke us up. And
Oh,
it's perfect. What a shutdown. Alex, though, he's hitting shots. Sunpayas is there as well. They're fighting back Movistar. They really want that 6th round attacker. Hiding behind Tetris. He's going to get one, but they'll find him eventually. Now it's DanKing. Comes out with a shot. It's a 10-5 half in favor of TyLoo. They do not let go of it at the end. Good double for him and good double for Summer. That's a pretty convincing first half for TyLoo.
yes, very nicely done. 10-5 on their map pick. And now you get to go onto the CT side. TyLoo should be feeling good about themselves. This is the half where we really saw Attacker just do work the other day. So we'll see. You know, if Slowly's already there leading the charge, hopefully that leads the way for Attacker and everybody else to follow along in his wake and perhaps overtake him. So there's a real chance here for TyLoo to extend this series the distance and get us onto Vertigo, which would be terrific between these two teams. It would be a crazy map. But yeah, you can see just the impact that Slowly's having right now. 117 average damage per round, which is pretty meaty this deep in. But that's kind of balanced out by Alex and Sunpayas. So Alex and Sunpayas doing work for Movistar.
Yeah.
But this is by no means going to be easy for Movistar Riders. They have to just utterly smash TyLoo right out the gates right now.
Yeah, it would have to be a pretty impressive comeback, right? But again, it's the map pick of TyLoo, so maybe this is to be expected. I like this move from somebody. He's checking B hallways, finding no one, and with the smokes that are landing over at the A bomb site, they're going to know. They're rotating everyone. They had a pretty hot stack on the B bomb site. That's all going to be relocated here to the A side instead. DanKing was looking for a nice cinematic headshot mid-air, but he's not going to get it. Slowly instead will turn up. He's going to get one. DanKing with the follow-up. The bomb, not planted yet. It's been delayed. Finally happens. Here's a deep grenade, but he's not going to touch anyone. They were already... Death was up there, but he was falling back at the same time. And it's a 3-on-4 now. It's really hard to say who's going to win this one, but somebody, that's a convincing headshot to take out Alex. So now Deaths and Mopaz left. That bomb is planted out in the open. I think Mopaz could see it from the middle. Yeah, he's got a bit of an angle on it here. That actually could be a tricky... Oh, but they tag him already. And they're both going to go down. Deaths and Mopaz are out of it. It's going to be the round in favor of TyLoo. Yeah,
that's looking real good here for TyLoo now. That was a confident retake as well. Taking duels and just getting the job done. It didn't really feel like Movistar Riders had any kind of momentum going their way in that round. They felt tentative, not really able to get any of the shots to hit. Whereas TyLoo just, taking it over with confidence. So well done on the side of TyLoo. They're off to that strong start here in the second half. And Movistar Riders, they're going to go for the 4-spy. Okay. So 4-spy from Movistar. Instead of taking another round on the chin, they decide to just go for it.
Yeah, get that bomb plant. AK dropped, I'm assuming, for somebody, and maybe not. Is it just Deaths? Did he just drop a scout for some payers?
No. He bought full nades and Kevlar, but he's only got 6 kills, Deaths. Wow, okay. I thought that he had more than that.
Interesting. I guess we'll find out in a second, but yeah, TyLoo with that round win. That puts them...
He gets dropped to Galil.
Okay. All right. They're trying to put it together a little bit slowly.
It makes me think that he's going to be an anchor. Are they gonna let him take points? Weird turn of events here. This is interesting.
Yeah, they got that AK eventually on David G, so I mean, the thing is, when you're this far behind, you're looking to sort of make an 11-5 comeback. You might as well get started pretty quickly. I kind of understand the idea of just either you're going to go play a third map, or you come out swinging in the second half. You're one of them in the pistol. That's no longer an option. You just have to keep trying, because if you slow play it, all they have to do is get another 5 rounds. You're not going to be able to catch up eventually. So
this is where I kind of just... I don't think you should be charitable. I think you should give that AK over to Alex. He's got high ADR. He's been doing a lot of work for the team. It's a bit of a shame to see him just sitting there with a deagle. David G, I think you could be, you know, taking the hit for your team here. Let Alex have a little bit more firepower to work with. But there's some presence shown top mid. It's going to keep TyLoo honest. Quick rotate back over towards A. And in the meantime, Deaths has been taking over Palace.
yeah, this A defense is unbelievable. I mean, there's basically 5 people here.
Yeah.
Somebody is not that far away in middle. He or underpass. He could show up in a second. So
They're ready for this one.
yep, this is a full-on stack. There should be pretty much no world in which Movistar Riders will get close to winning this round. But a start for Sunpeas. He's going to be taking down Dan King. Molotov not really affecting Summer, and he swings up for a big spray down. Sunpeas, 1 health left after that dink. He's still alive, which is kind of unbelievable. Going to do some more damage, leaving Attacker on 1 health.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, that's crazy.
But that's a great read, great stack from TyLoo.
And no bomb plant.
No bomb plant, you're right.
No bomb plant for Movistar. No bonus $800. That is a painful loss for Movistar. This should prompt the hard eco on their part. And now, instead of, you know, if you just had gone for the save, I mean, the meta right now, you're really encouraged to just buy Deagle. You're really encouraged to just force up in that second round. Because if you wind up in a double eco scenario, you know, at least you had a better chance to do some damage. And, well, there's one. Damage G finding a kill with the Dig.
Not the cleanest kill for Slowly, but whatever will count it. He's up to 21. He has still had, by far and away, the biggest impact in this game. At least in the second map here.
Got that he got that 600 with that MP9.
Switches out for an Orc. Dan King must have dropped that. Somebody with a kill on Sunpeas as well. They're taking swift steps towards that third map right now. TyLoo, they're not messing around. Which is great to see. I mean, it's always nice when you get a map that you want to play, and then it actually works out the way that you had planned it to begin with. You're like, yep, that's it. Everything that we'd planned is kind of working out right now. Alex not going to be able to connect with the Deagle. David G up next with a bat. But more than a couple of kills here would be... Well, actually, a kill on the bomb plant would be huge. Maybe he could do it. A little bit of an off angle for somebody who's inside of the bomb site. He's going to find him. So, no problems. Wow. 13-5.
Yeah, this is looking utterly dominant right now for TyLoo. Movistar Riders, if they had any hopes of ending this in 2, they need to start getting their heads in the game here. Nice one shot there from Davy. That's sick. But, I mean, there's so much for them, so much ground now for them to catch up on. And so this was just the lockdown coming in. We're going to see every frag from that round in this anti-eco. All right, here we go. The setup, top mid presence coming in now from Movistar. Same thing. This time it's Alex taking point top mid. And we will get that mid crunch coming in with 2 players towards underpass in a moment here for Movistar. So just clearing it out, being thorough. Slowly on short with the AUG, though. I like to see it. A chance here to catch Movistar Riders unawares. Yeah, that can be proper annoying.
Yeah, without a doubt. Mopass. How long is he going to keep sneaking in here? If he keeps going, he could find somebody just looking into the wall almost. No, he's not playing anti-flash. He's got no one at the bomb site. That's a great peek for Mopass. What an opening. The AUG is out there, so you want to be a little bit careful at range. That could be a pretty big advantage. They haven't checked it all the way yet. They're still aware of it. Good heads-up play for Devs. Might not even be worth chat. Why not just get the bomb down? Just ignore this player out here. Smoke him off, yeah. That's a much better move. I like that from Movistar, and this is probably going to be their round. I don't see why TyLoo would want to really fight this.
Yeah, I think you let this one go, but it's not every day that you're going to get to scrim your way out onto the B site. Literally no nades to announce your presence, nothing. You just walk around a corner and win a duel. So you're not going to be able to get away with that every round if you're Movistar Riders. So I appreciate this from TyLoo, just backing off, saving the guns, making sure that you can full buy in the next round, get full nades as well. So by no means is this going to get any easier for Movistar Riders. But Movistar, at least, you know, they've shown that they're willing to show some presence mid and in underpass. So these are things that TyLoo are going to be filing away right now.
From the point of view of TyLoo, Movistar need to win, maybe not 10 in a row, but something close to that. They don't have a lot of space, right? So what you just want to make sure is that as few as possible of those rounds are rounds where you have pistols. You want to make sure that you're just as equipped as you can be all the way through, right? Because they're probably not going to win 10 in a row, but if 4 out of those 10 rounds are rounds where you just have a pistol because you're out of economy, then it's a little bit more likely. Then they just have to win 6 actual rifle rounds. So saving the money, they've been doing that as long as we've been seeing the major here. They're pretty quick to call the saves on the CT side, and I mean I think that's a smart move. Sometimes we like to see people go down with the ship and all that, fight to the bitter end, but actually in the long term, it's probably better Counter-Strike to try and make sure you can keep this economy going. Nade, not on Davig, he made his way out, otherwise he would have been dead.
Ooh, that was a sick one though. I really like to see these setups coming in from TyLoo. That smoke on short as well, and the smoke in connector, so making it really difficult for Movistar to exert any kind of pressure with the mollies.
Somebody, ooh, that's nice. Or slowly now working his way up. Somebody's here with the AWP. I like this. They've just been burned out of this position.
Oh, they heard that.
They heard the scope, but they might not have. That's actually true. I just thought they wouldn't expect the AWP to be there, so maybe they still could have got caught off guard, but that scope definitely betrayed them.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a giveaway there. Close enough to hear it, and it's looking like we're going to get action on B once again from Movistar. 45 seconds on the clock. This is it. Big push coming in.
Somebody. It's one good kill. He's not going to go down himself to the AWP and try to buy a bit of time. 35 seconds on that clock. Attacker is going to be down and out. It's over by jungle. That there's a separate fight happening, which is really awkward because they want to get over to the B bomb site. Somebody's probably on the radio yelling for help, but no one is coming. Alex is finally down, but it just should be too late here. Bomb is going to be planted. Smokes and Molotovs being thrown at the market. And Dan King and Summer again pull the plug on the round, which is to be expected here. So a 7th round from Movistar.
Yeah, only 2 players remain, and once again, just a lot of slow play. This time it's TyLoo getting punished, and yeah, it's just that's the constant scoping. If you're not aware of that, when you scope in this game, it makes noise. Your opponents can hear it. So if they're close enough, they'll hear you scoping and unscoping. And so you saw how those 2 Movistar players, they had nades in their hand when that push started. But they hear the scope, they pull their rifles out, and all of a sudden they're ready to catch you, and they get that kill for free. And that just unlocks that B bomb site for Movistar Riders at that point. They know that they can push in there. Ooh, that's a little bit of a regretful situation there. Davy G going up with the bomb. He's going to have to spend a lot more money this round. So yeah, for Movistar, that's just a fortunate break that TyLoo were willing to go aggressive in that way and give them a chance. You see? Yeah, they're like, oh, somebody's coming. Perfect shot, and that pretty much just ends it here. It's
such a shame, because I think that play is so incredible when they actually try and do it, because in the minds of Movistar, up until they hear the scope, they just threw a Molotov onto that platform. They're probably not expecting for someone to be pushing all the way down towards the kitchen, but yeah, the scope kind of changed the outcome a fair bit in that moment. So that's a shame. 7-13. It's now a 6-round gap. It's still a long ways away for Movistar, but it can be done.
It can be. It can be. You're right, Anders. Perfectly possible. If they keep breaking the economy for TyLoo. TyLoo have been good about saving guns, but we've seen that all series long so far. First half, second half. First half of Inferno, same thing, where TyLoo are not afraid to just back off and save the guns so that they can get full buys going into the next round. So it's hard for Movistar Riders to break them economically. But one thing that they can get going is a bit of pressure to kind of try and limit their nades and make it a little bit more difficult as we go for a ride to the other side of the map. There we go. Spot them out. There's Movistar getting geared up, getting ready to go. 10 seconds, and we will be in the thick of it. Did they get...
Deaths and Davy G, 6 on 7 kills there. They definitely have more of an output. Dan King's also been struggling on 7 kills himself. So we've got a couple of players that have sort of been left a little bit behind in terms of that. Quick 4-man setup at the A bomb site. Maybe expecting something fast out of Movistar. Slowly will take down Mopaz. That is a very important kill. And he was trying to get around that corner in towards Catwalk early. If he'd done that, maybe he could have surprised Dan King over the B-bomb side. It could have been the round over with. So that's an incredible catch.
Yeah. And instead, we're left with a man advantage for TyLoo, and no real way here for Movistar Riders to get the punish. Wow, even going mega aggressive. Somebody's pushed all the way Palace, nearly into T-spawn here.
Yeah, I like it.
That's maximum information, because now he's not even going to... He can even just communicate that it's all quiet. So he's not even hearing footsteps out here right now. This is interesting. How do TyLoo play off of this info?
Should at the very least be started to rotate someone towards jungle, so they have a close rotate to the B-bomb site. Now he's pushed up all the way into T-spawn, so somebody's calling it in. They are so screwed in this round on the Movistar side. They don't know it yet, which actually is even worse. It's one thing for the opponent to kind of know what you're doing, but if you don't even know that they know, it's just so much worse. They feel like, yeah, we're setting up, it's going to be sick. They will never expect it, but they absolutely will. Counter Molotovs are coming out. Davig's already gone down. It's a 5-on-3 now. A little bit of damage. Alex is going to be falling to slowly finding his 24th kill before he finally does go down to the round. But again, everyone is here. There's no way out of this one. It is going to be a 14th round here for TyLoo. Such a good read, such a good push into T-spawn.
Yeah, and somebody with a quick rotate up here as well. So now he is boxed in, son. The only way out is through underpass. And even then, that's impressive.
Shooting his way out.
Yeah, he's going to fight his way out.
Like it.
So anyway, he starts blasting. And Sunpayas is going to survive until the next round. Good for him. Holds on to that AWP. That's going to be vital going into this. Money is still fairly decent. Deaths can drop for a teammate if need be. And we will have a buy round coming up here for Movistar, but that is definitely not how Movistar needed this to go. Because now TyLoo are within striking distance of forcing a third map in this series. Not going down without a fight, Anders. And the big thing here, I mean, again, now you're going to actually be winning another map here for TyLoo in a series, possibly. So,
yeah, it's looking good. I mean, if they keep playing like this, you know, this isn't just obviously the map pick. It was really close on Inferno. It was 16-14. Who knows what's going to happen on Vertigo? I definitely do not want to count TyLoo out at all. And Movistar, they're going to be put to the test right here. I think the dreams of a comeback on this particular map they're quickly fading. And they were red so hard in that last round. And again, that is just painful. Let's see. Slowly getting forced a little bit further back. But he has been such a force. He's had more than a kill per round so far in this map. That's always a good metric. Always a good sign of someone doing something right. I like this position from Davig. It's like a classic on this one. If you can get a T player in here and kind of rotate around him, it's so interesting. It's not a 100% around win or anything, but if they can come in and take out the jungle while you're fighting at the A-bomb site, that's good news.
Such a big deal. 40 seconds on the clock as the push comes in here from Movistar. And are they going to just try and lurk their way up onto it? It looks like it. They still have their player up in Palace as well, keeping an eye on things. That's Deaths. And yep, there we go. Scrim out, straight out through the ramp, and now we get the push going.
Attacker goes down. Mopus with a good opening. Still a guy in Shadow that they might not realize because they feel like they've already checked that. They feel like, well, we already got the kill on the Shadow player, so probably it's going to be fine. They are actually looking. That's some heads-up play. Alex trying to take a look. Mopaz, he's up on the ladder. Somebody's still in here. He could still ruin the round for them. Big kill. Summer with the double on top. And they thought they had it, but everyone was there. They checked the smoke, but he jumped up on the ladder instead, and then he came back out for that one critical kill. And Damage, he just can't do anything to win. He was the backup plan, the insurance in this round, and he never got put into play. 15-7. TyLoo, they are one step away from Vertigo.
So close, and it's going to look good as well because the money is terrific. As far as they're concerned, it's terrible for Movistar. So yeah, there's that one kill that you mentioned where you think, okay, perhaps we've managed to eliminate the player in Shadow. Instead, it just falls apart. But I mean, it wasn't even just that. It was everything there. TyLoo, they had all the bodies on that A site ready and waiting for that Movistar push. That was a very quick job from them. And now Thanking hits that jump. Gonna get caught midair and punished. Well done by Movistar. No flash there to help him out.
Yeah, I think he landed on the edge and had to do another jump to get up.
Yeah. And Sunpayas also flashed into mid, so he ate that flash.
That's never a good thing. But Death has gone down in return. Davigi and Summer A little bit of a standoff around the wall. Alex goes down, and oh, Summer, he sees it coming. Yeah, they're going to get wiped out in this round. Absolutely brilliant. Sunpaeus is the last to go down, and we're going to see a third map here. Really, really well done on the side of TyLoo. They're not going to be going out so easily. That's incredible. I don't know what I was expecting here, but obviously their map pick, so proving that that was not a mistake. They knew what they were doing. It's a good job.
Now you know that we also sit down. We're not always standing up, guys. We do have seats over here off to the sides that we sit and watch the game with. So yeah, there we go. Does get the force. At least they managed